Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast where we have to applaud the WWE creative team for finally figuring out that you can rhyme screw and woo. It's Lost to the Midcard. Welcome to our Fastlane preview show. It's time to go home, head to Cleveland for Fastlane, the final pay-per-view before WrestleMania, which is in about 5 weeks. We are going to run down that card for you. It has been finalized after SmackDown went off the air tonight. Even an amazing kickoff shows. You almost even don't want to miss the kickoff shows. This is probably going to be the best kickoff show match ever. But we'll give our predictions at the end of the show. We got Raw and SmackDown and NXT to talk about, as well as headlines and BTE. But first, thank you to SpiderDuck.net for being our host, enabling us to be on iTunes, Spotify, and any of your favorite podcasting apps. All you got to do is search for Lost in the Midcard, hit that subscribe button. That way you know every time a new episode comes your way every Wednesday. Also, when you subscribe, you'll know when any other special episodes may come your way as well. You can also subscribe to us on the YouTube. Links are on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Lost in the Midcard. Go to the pin post there, or our pinned tweet on the Twitter at LITMC Podcast, where we also share a lot of the great tweets within the wrestling world. I'm your host, Jeremy Bennett. You can find me on the Twitter at JB Huskers. As always, my co-host, he is on the Twitter at Raw F Showtime. It is Mr. Matt Black. Matt, how you doing?
I'm not feeling great, and Raw sure as hell didn't help. What a difference a week makes. That show was shit.
The universe balanced itself again, huh?
Yeah, because SmackDown was good.
It was.
Raw was not. Raw was trash.
Our other co-host, he's on the Twitter at No One Like D. It is Daryl Bullock. Daryl, how you doing?
My name is Enzo Amore, and I'm a certified idiot and a bona fide slapnut. And you can't fix stupid, bada boom, realist dumbass in the room. How you guys doing?
Yeah. Is that tweet still up, by the way?
I haven't checked, but he's a fucking idiot, dude.
King Kong Buddy.
King Kong Buddy.
Oh, yeah. Then he also mistook him for George the Animal.
George the Animal still? Like, really?
Yeah.
How are you a professional wrestler in WWE and you don't even know who the hell King Kong Bundy is?
Sure, he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer.
How you doing?
Good God almighty.
How you doing?
Other than that, I'm good, man. I have no complaints. Back hurts like hell, but let's talk some wrestling.
My back hurts. BTE this week called the filler episode 141. They talk about how everybody's trying to get to AEW now, and Trevor and Arthur are no exclusion as they try to get on. Did Matt or Daryl, did either one of you catch what Nick was saying on the phone after they kicked Trevor and Arthur out of the room? I couldn't quite catch it. I rewound it once and I still couldn't quite catch it.
If I remember, he was just saying something about idiots in my room or something like that, but they were goofing off. Kind of too.
Something made him laugh or something?
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Yeah. So, they're hey, how about the new 16-bit intro? You guys like that?
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, Wrestling Arcade did that.
Marty trying to get on the roller coaster with his umbrella and missing. Oops. Had a page at the market in full gear. Oh boy!
They had book flip at the end of it too.
Yeah.
Yep. I saw that.
Book flip while Kenny's doing a little Dance Dance Revolution. I still like the original, but I did like the new intro as well.
Did you see the original 8-bit version that they had way before you probably started watching?
Mm-mm.
See, you still need to watch the first 100 episodes, dummy.
Okay, dummy. Yeah.
There it is.
I set them up for it so we get it out of the way.
Pretty much.
MJF talking to one of the new ladies of AEW, and MJF's a dick. That's basically the gist of things. She wasn't smiling too much after he said what he had to say. Cody and Brandy are at a NBA game, and they kind of show us a sensory room. And the purpose of this is they have partnered with a company for basically anybody that has kind of issues with like loud noises and such, big arenas and such. There are rooms that kind of help them kind of get settled back down. And Cody and Brandy had announced. They also announced on last week's Road to Double or Nothing that they will have these type of rooms at every one of AEW's events. It's a pretty cool thing, isn't it, guys?
Yeah, I think it's pretty awesome. Like, you're appealing to everybody. That's good look on their behalf.
I didn't realize something like that existed, like a separate room like that existed.
Oh yeah, big time, man.
The Bucks busted out their new LGN figures. LGN, that's a blast from the past, isn't it? Those things probably coming out pretty soon, I would assume.
Are you gonna get one?
I don't know. I don't really collect wrestling figures, so to speak. About the only thing wrestling wise I collect right now is Funko. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't. Do you collect figures? Either one of you?
Nah, I'm more so a memorabilia type guy, like pictures and autographs and whatnot.
I collect action figures, but I don't know if I want to collect LJNs.
These are like kind of huge too. These things.
Yeah, they were big as hell.
Yeah, they look to me. They look more like the Jack specific LJN knockoffs that they had in the late classic superstar lines in the late 2000s. Then they actually look like the original LJN figures from the late 80s. You know, so I mean, if they looked more like the real LJNs, maybe I get it. But they just look like they look like Jack specific LJNs. I'm not a real big fan of that.
Then we get ourselves Sammy Guevara and a man I'm not familiar with. I wonder if he works in AAA with Sammy. I don't know. Either one of you guys familiar with that dude?
I didn't know who that was.
Sammy was promising him the new flavor of Bang, and he hooked him up with not a new flavor of Bang. That bastard. Kenny Omega sitting in a restaurant and waiting to meet a gentleman, and that gentleman was Michael Nakazawa. And Kenny wants him to come over to AEW in some capacity. And Matt Jackson wondering, who the hell is this guy? So did he and Kenny tag back in the day?
I couldn't even tell you.
It sounded like they were kind of like the tag team, but kind of before the Golden Lovers. The way they were talking in this being the Elite. I'm not sure. Matt, did you know off the top of your head?
I have no clue who it was, and it was clear that the entire conversation was supposed to make you believe that he was talking to
Ibushi.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So I think it was just a funny ha-ha type of segment.
I loved it. Matt's like, we signed who? Yeah, is it a done deal that Ibushi's 2 years? Or is that just rumor at this point?
Ibushi's freelance. He can sign whatever.
I heard he signed a 2-year deal with New Japan, so...
Oh, he just did it?
Like, within the last couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. Before that, he was straight freelance.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I've heard he signed a 2-year deal with New Japan, so...
Cody's at One Fall Wrestling, giving us an update on his rehab of his knee while Brandy's doing some work in the ring, some good work, kicking some dude's ass. Like, all over the ring, too. She's beating the shit out of this guy, which was kind of funny.
Cody, I'll let Brandy beat the shit out of me too.
Yeah. For free, even, right?
Pretty much.
Oh my.
Oh my. Either one of you gentlemen gonna take the Full Gear challenge with Adam Page?
No.
Nah.
No. Okay.
Are you?
No. I don't think I'd go Full Gear in my prime, but that T-shirt's pretty fucking funny though. Did you guys see that design? I say T-shirt. It's probably gonna go on a T-shirt, right?
It should.
It should. And then we go back to Matt wondering who the hell Nakazawa is again.
Cricket.
As long as he didn't sign for $1 million, right? long as Cody didn't sign him for $1 million, they should be okay. SCU kind of trying to figure out what they should do with their next bid as they're in Austin, Texas, and then Matt and Nick said, well, it's the end of the episode already. It's kind of a filler episode, which was, hey, that's the title of that episode. And they said, let's just go ahead and give you an announcement. Here you go. July 13th at the Daly's Place Amphitheater in Jacksonville, Florida. It'll be Fight for the Fallen. That'll be the next and second AEW show to take place, and tickets will be available very, very soon. So Fight for the Fallen coming up upon us very soon. And then last week's Road to Double or Nothing, Chris Jericho talks about how he is basically, the bridge to get AEW over the top, along with some great young stars, and talks about how he has to beat Omega this time at Double or Nothing. Do you think he beats Omega to set up a third one somewhere down the line? Rubber match?
No.
Yes.
No.
Got a no and a yes here, huh?
Yes.
Jericho's not there to win matches. He's there to make people. And they need to make Kenny Omega to a brand new audience that's seeing him for the first time. He's not losing to Jericho.
Fuck them people.
Brandy and Cody introduced once again the sensory room that they're going to set up, brought by culturecity.org. Kind of went into depth with some of the things they had set up there, a little more in depth from what was talked about on Being the Elite. And they also talked about another lady that's signing with AEW, which is something we typically learn with On the Road to Double or Nothing. And we find out that Bea Priestley is going to be joining the AEW roster, probably starting in the Jacksonville show for Fight for the Fallen. Any one of you guys familiar with Bea Priestley at all?
No, I'm not.
Never heard of her.
Yep. As we've said on the show before, that's not a bad thing that we've never heard of some of these people. We get to see we get to see for ourselves, learn with the rest of them, right?
Yep.
Well, they need to expand their women's division, so every new hire helps.
And of course, after that, they kind of did a little kayfabe. Brandy talking off camera about Cody and worried about him rushing back from his knee injury as he faces beep. You think so? Is the big money Marty right now? Is that the big bet?
I want it to be Marty. I think it's going to be fucking Dustin, and I hate it. I have no desire to see that match at all.
I have a feeling it's going to be Dustin.
Mm.
Like, I don't know what his WWE. I don't know what his contract situation looks like, but the fact that he changed his Twitter account back to Dustin Rhodes, and the fact that Brandy doesn't want to see the match, to me, it screams it's going to be Rhodes versus Rhodes, and it's just not a match that I care to see.
Well, I'm not going to say I wouldn't say that for myself. I think it'd be pretty cool to see Cody's promotion. He's fighting his brother. I think it'd be pretty damn awesome, actually.
They never had a good match together.
I'm not going to say they're going to. Yeah, I'm not going to say they're going to have a 5-star match.
So why are they going to have a good match now?
I didn't say they're going to have a 5-star match. I just said it's going to be an interesting. I think it's going to be interesting.
I really don't. That I'll get up and get food during that match.
Every match doesn't have to be a Meltzer 5-star special.
I'm not asking for a 5-star special. I'm asking for a match I care about, and I do not care about that match.
Do you care about that match, Daryl?
I mean, I'll watch it. I won't go to the extent to go get food.
You won't go get food.
Like Matt, but
I'm gonna get up and get food. I'm gonna get food.
Yeah, that might be my, let me just look on Twitter a little bit more match, but other than that, I'll watch it.
It's been a quiet week.
Look, it's not like I'm not gonna miss the entire match unless it's 3 minutes long. It ain't gonna take me that long to go get food, but I'm not gonna be heartbroken by missing some of it.
You're not gonna be heartbroken? Oh my god.
Well, Becky Lynch has been quiet on Twitter this week, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Earlier after Raw, she posted last week how she learned so much while she was on the inside. She even drank suds on a hot roof, but she's out now and bitches are gonna pay. As she posts a picture from Shawshank Redemption. She posts a photo of her mugshot, and hey, it's on a T-shirt, isn't it, guys?
Sure is.
And
No one's shocked.
And how many hours did it take for her sales to surpass Vince's sales? How seriously? I wonder, because I don't know. Did people actually buy that shirt of Vince's mugshot?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, sure.
All right,
did.
so now I know 3 people who have bought it.
Oh, no, there you go. And now I know.
Not me.
I know one. I know one now.
I'm not gonna out them. I'm not gonna out them out on the show, but I know 3 people now that have
I have a
bought that
T-shirt
shirt.
fetish. So yeah, that had to go into my closet.
So Becky goes, Rhonda, you go back and get that belt, because I didn't come this far to collect it from Stephanie. I came all this way to take it from you. And Rhonda said, that's what I'm trying to do, dumbass. You hobbling around trying to be a ginger crunch ninja and taking fake prison photos in the hallway isn't helping. And then Becky responds with, keep that F word out of your mouth and concentrate on getting better at this business instead of trying to remain above it. Looking forward to seeing you real soon. Which led to, F word, you mean fake? Fake like your nonsensical BS like that arm bar? That doesn't even work, and you just like you're holding a dick you wish you had. Which then led to, because the picture that Rhonda put on that tweet was the arm bar, and then Becky gloriously superimposed Rhonda's husband on the end of the arm, and goes, yeah, it does look like one now that you mention it.
That was hilarious.
That was fucking great.
Honestly, I hated the initial tweet from Rhonda there about Becky's armbar.
Oh yeah,
because Rhonda has used the shittiest looking armbar since coming into the WWE. It wouldn't fucking hurt anyone. Like
Facts.
the first time I've seen her use a real armbar since being in the WWE is the one she initially hit last night on Raw on Becky, and then started doing the shitty one again afterwards.
Her armbar is as effective as Hulk Hogan's leg drop.
Man, I think Hogan's leg drop might be more effective than her shitty armbar.
What about the Warrior?
I'd fucking take the armbar she's been putting on people the last year.
Where would you rank the Warrior Splash out of all those?
I don't know, man. He hits that gorilla press first.
Yeah, he drops your ass.
So he flattens you, then he flattens you again. So
Rhonda continued.
I don't know, I'd probably put Warriorston at the top.
After after Travis Brown insinuating that he looks like a dick on the end of Rhonda's arm, I still can't stop laughing at that. Rhonda then said, "I don't care what the script says. I'm going to beat the shit out of you next time." And then Becky goes, "Becky, I think this is outside of the superimposing Travis's face. This was probably my favorite tweet of the whole thing." Becky Lynch goes, Ron, you still mad, bro? Just checking because you went full Russo earlier. Wanted to make sure you made it back okay."
I think she was butthurt.
Yeah. I think she got butthurt and because she got owned too, you know.
You got baptized in fire.
Yeah, and putting a gif of Becky Lynch in her NXT Irish gimmick, that's a dig at NXT creative at the time, not at Becky. So we all saw it happen on Monday, and the man said afterwards, "Good, that's the Ronda I want to beat at WrestleMania. I'm on my feet today, but am I out of your head, Ronnie?" And at UFC 235, you noticed Becky Lynch had a shirt that said, what did it say now? I just completely drew a blank.
I want to say I own Ronnie.
I own Ronnie? That sounds about right, yeah.
I think so. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, the shirt she wore over the weekend at the UFC show said I own Ronnie.
Did you guys watch UFC at all? 235?
No, I was pissed because I love John Jones.
I saw the main event. That was all I cared to see.
I did see Woodley lost.
I was at a birthday party, so they had the prelim on ESPN. They had it on at the bar that we were at, so I watched Mickey Gall get completely owned by Diego Sanchez. I was like, oh, maybe
nightmare.
I was like, maybe this is where Gall takes that step up. Nope. He got his ass handed to him. That's about all I paid attention to. Monday night Raw did not make all the headlines because SmackDown competed in White Plains, New York on Monday, and a match had to be stopped when WWE SmackDown Women's Champion Asuka appeared to be injured while wrestling Mandy Rose. There was a spot where Rose had dropped Asuka while executing a wheelbarrow into a facebuster. Word has it that Asuka did not tuck her head or tucked it too late.
She wasn't supposed to tuck it, period, and she tucked it.
Okay, there you go. And caused the injury. But Asuka said, hey, don't worry. I'm sorry for worrying you, but I'm fine. She said by about 10 o'clock Central Time that night. And said it. And also, just a few minutes after that, said it's neither a concussion or a neck. Everything fine. Everything's good for Sunday. So, and don't blame Mandy Rose either.
No, it's the same situation when someone takes the Styles Clash wrong. It ain't AJ's fault.
Nope.
Don't tuck your fucking head.
Yeah, don't tuck your
And
head.
the exact same thing happened with Asuka Monday night. Don't tuck your fucking head when taking a move like that. It just comes down to, it's not AJ's fault. It's not Mandy's fault. It's the person not knowing how to take the move properly. And that's all there is to it. Luckily, it wasn't serious. Luckily, she's okay. But, damn, I've seen the footage. It clearly wasn't Mandy's fault. And, it's the exact same, to me, it was the exact same situation of a Styles Clash from AJ.
Yeah.
To me, no different at all.
Exactly.
You got to know how to take your opponent's moves.
Yeah. Yesterday was a crazy day. A sad day. We lost 3 celebrities over the course of a day. They always say things come in threes, and they sure did. And the odd thing was there is wrestling ties with all 3. Keith Flint from the Prodigy. Al Snow used his music in ECW, and I was a big fan of the Prodigy when I was in high school. Kind of got me into electronic music with the Chemical Brothers and such back when that was on the rise in the late 90s. Then we learned Luke Perry died, unfortunately, after suffering a massive stroke. Obviously, one of the big stars from 90210. Of course, those that are in the know with AEW, his son Jungle Boy is signed with AEW, one of the first signees with AEW, and then we learn one of the greatest heels of the 80s passed away later on Monday evening, King Kong Bundy, best known for main eventing WrestleMania 2. Taking on Hulk Hogan. He had passed away at the age of 61 yesterday, March 5th. No cause of death has been reported at this time. Bundy had started his career in the early 80s. He was trained by Larry Sharp at the Monster Factory up in New Jersey before signing with the WWE. He had, of course, his biggest heyday was basically the championship pursuit during the WrestleMania times. But he would also, he was one of those heels that was synonymous with the 80s, and it was a great counterbalance to Hulk Hogan, wasn't he, guys?
Absolutely. Sad to see him go. All our childhood, all the wrestlers we growing up to see are getting older, and dropping like flies, unfortunately.
Yeah. I still remember when he made a cameo in Married with Children, which is my favorite sitcom of all time. I thought that was hilarious when he had a cameo in that as one of the uncles. While he did not, he didn't win any championships within the WWE. He did win a Slammy for Most Evolutionary in 1994. But he did win many championships within AWA, Continental Wrestling, Georgia Championship Wrestling, Maryland Championship Wrestling, held the heavyweight championship there once as well, and was ranked as high as 147th among the top 500 wrestlers at PWI 500. As we had talked about on Road to Double or Nothing, B. Priestley is the latest to join AEW. And the latest to join NXT. It was announced just a few days ago that 5 superstars have joined WWE's NXT brand. Ija Rukober, she's 25 years old, professionally known as Ija Dragunov, top star in Germany. Vastly becoming one of the most on-demand talents. WrestleMania weekend independent events before the WWE stepped in and signed him. Kaylee Ray, you may know her from the Mae Young Classic, the first one. She's from Scotland, 26 years old. Jazzy Gabbard, also in the Mae Young Classic. She was a very imposing figure from Germany, very impressive. Good to see her get signed. Oliver Sauter is known professionally as Oliver Cotter. He's a Swiss wrestler. And Jay Melrose, known as the Primate. So I'm pretty happy to see Kaylee Ray and Jazzy Gabbard get signed.
Yeah, they deserve it. I'm glad AEW is getting an opportunity to different young talents.
Cody is going to appear for AAA. It was announced that Ray to Ray's event in March 16th, part of a talent agreement with AEW. Of course, obviously, Cody not going to be in-ring action because he's still recovering from his knee injury. But he'll make a little appearance for AAA here in just a little over a week. Ratings, last week's SmackDown dropped a little bit down to 2.15 million, while Total Bellas continues to drop to 411,000. Raw had a nice jump, but this week's Raw fell back down, 2.78 million. The typical hot hour 1 and typical hour 3 collapse, with losing about 500,000 viewers from hour 1 to hour 3. New Japan Pro Wrestling has announced that the United States visa issues caused by the government shutdown have been fixed.
Shut the fuck up.
We truly appreciate the understanding and support of our fans, Daryl.
Oh, yeah. What the hell?
Right? I'm still waiting for my fucking tax return, by the way. I got my state like a month ago, and I'm still waiting for my federal.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. It's insane. Closing out the celebration of Black History Month, the WWE added some hidden gems to their section there at the end of February, including a classic AWA match from 1972, which saw Ernie Ladd and Sailor Art Thomas take on Dusty Rhodes and Dick Murdoch in Chicago. Cowboy Watts teams with Thunderbolt Patterson to take on the Minnesota Wrecking Crew of Ole and Gene Anderson. That was from Georgia Championship Wrestling in 1977. Before he became the Junkyard Dog, Big Daddy Ritter challenged fellow WWE legend Jim the Anvil Neidhart in a Stampede Wrestling battle from 1979. And in 1998, Spirit of Competition from WCW, WWE Hall of Famer Booker T and former Marine Craig Pitbull Pittman engage in some friendly amateur wrestling at the WCW power plant. So those were just recently added to the Hidden Gem section. New Japan Pro Wrestling has announced that David Finlay has recently injured his left shoulder at Korakuen Hall on February 23rd. As a result, he will not participate in the New Japan Cup tournament as originally were planned, and his return date has not been decided as of this time. Also, as of this time, his replacement in the New Japan Cup has not been announced. Madison Rayne announced that she has been left Ring of Honor. She's done with the company, according to PW Insider and multiple sources. Mike Johnson of PW Insider says that has been told that unhappiness in the creative direction led to the two parting ways, and one day later she goes back to Impact, and as Impact announces, the 5-time Knockouts champion Madison Rayne returns to Impact Wrestling, where her husband works at. Who's on that announce team now? Still, is it still Cyrus and Josh?
I have no clue.
Yep. When the going gets tough, you run back to Impact.
Shit, but that's their fault, though. That's what happens when you want to center a women's division around Kelly Klein and Sumi Sakai exchanging the title back and forth.
Oh, dude, the Women of Honor division has been a shithole for the last year and a half. So it's not any real surprise that people that have entered that division late and see what they're doing with it won out.
Yeah, exactly. Also from the Knockouts division, it's been announced that Rosemary has signed a new deal with Impact Wrestling. She'll remain there.
Yeah, and so did Bram. How'd that turn out?
Really? I didn't know that.
I'm just saying, like, they announce people sign a new deal like once a month, and then 3 months later they're not under contract anymore. Their contract extensions mean nothing.
Last week's edition of Monday Night Raw saw a rewrite as Tommaso Ciampa suffered a neck injury. Originally, Ciampa and Gargano were slated to compete in a four-way tag match that also featured Ryder and Hawkins, Black and Ricochet, and an unconfirmed tag team. With the Revival to be ringside during the match, but Ciampa was not cleared to wrestle, so they went with Revival versus Black and Ricochet. And instead, Ciampa's not on the road this weekend. According to Mike Johnson, PW Insider, a lingering neck issue. It's been lingering for about 4 to 5 weeks, possibly longer, and depending on if and when he's cleared to return, they got a few things to figure out because he holds the NXT title and is slated to compete in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Classic. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there with Tommaso Ciampa. And New Day, if you watched SmackDown Live this week, they headed to India to do a promotional tour. So they will be at Fastlane later on this weekend, and so we'll wait and see what kind of reaction Kofi gets. What Kofi's planning on doing after Vince basically screwed over the veteran.
I told y'all what they need to do.
Yeah.
I think it might happen.
Yeah.
Why else announce that you're going to be at Fastlane when you're not scheduled to do anything?
Yep.
Beat the shit out of somebody.
Exactly.
Kofi did post on Twitter. I need to take a couple of days to process what actually happened. Shock, sadness, emptiness, frustration, anger, confusion are all but a few feelings on this roller coaster of emotions. My entire career has been a series of ups and downs, starts and stops. I really shouldn't be surprised, but this one hurt. Came so close, and I say we because this journey has been bigger than just me. It's a Woods journey. It's an Ease journey. It's every one of you who has followed and supported my career for the past 11 years. To have it all stripped away so suddenly and painful, to put it mildly, I appreciate all of you more than you know, and I thank you for all your love and support. Mark my words, we will be back next week, or this Sunday, and the journey does not end there. It's going to be a happy ending, fellas.
I think
you would certainly think so.
And I cannot believe they're going with it. I'm amazed. Major League Wrestling has announced that they will hold a 2-hour live TV special during WrestleMania week. It's going to be opposite NXT TakeOver New York on BN Sports. It'll be airing live from the Melrose Ballroom in Queens, New York from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. And it's going to be the second annual Battle Riot, which, if you're not familiar with Battle Riot, it's a Royal Rumble type of match where the winner will get an MLW title shot. It was reported a few days ago, actually 1st of March, that Dana Warrior, the wife of the late Hall of Famer Ultimate Warrior, is working with the WWE not only as a brand ambassador, but now has joined the creative team. She has shadowed writers and learning about the creative process and sat in production meetings as well. We're told, Mike Johnson, PW Insider says, we were told that Warrior's not been officially hired full-time for the role with the company, but given a chance to bring a woman's perspective to creative, and if it works out, it could lead to a full-time role. Weird. Weird timing, because this came like literally the day after they let go of Arn, or a day or two after they let go of Arn. But I guess we learned something. I think it came from Ryan Satin. We learned that Arn might have got fired for letting Alicia Fox wrestle drunk, possibly.
I think that's an improvement.
Oh!
Ouch.
Oh! Well, that's, ow. Ow!
Sorry, but not
Ooh.
sorry.
Take a knee for that one, man. Ho! Sean Spears, the former Ty Dillinger, he's announced on his social media that he'll be accepting bookings for shows after May 31st, so no double or nothing, boys. SpearsBookings.com, or SpearsBookings@gmail.com if you want to book Sean Spears. He's already been booked, though. Friday, May 31st. Creative Pro Wrestling didn't mess around. They got Sean Spears to be the first to land him. Friday, May 31st in Lynbrook, New York. And so he'll be there. And also, he announced that he'll be also at some other events coming up soon. So follow at Perfect with no T, Perfect, and then the number 10, and then the N on Twitter for everything. He's going to be at All Pro Wrestling, and also is going to be doing many meet and greets throughout his time once he is free from the 90 days. Access TV has announced that the biggest pro wrestling tournament in the world, the G1 Climax, comes to America for the first time in 29 years. It's going to air live from Dallas, Texas on Saturday, July 6th. That's not a bad deal, is it, boys?
Are they going to have Japanese stars?
Well, it depends on if there's going to be a government shutdown here, you know.
Fuck.
Well, how good is the visa for? Visa's good for a while, right?
I'm not sure how long it's good for.
Until their dogs eat it.
Yeah, we all know that was bullshit. We saw right through that.
Fucking idiots.
WrestleCon Super Show has announced a fucking good match at the Mark Hitchcock Memorial Show for April 4th. It's at the Avenue of Americas in New York City. Bandito versus Will Ospreay. That's not going to suck, is it, guys?
That's going to be a good one.
Woo! Hold on. Hold on to your nuts. That one's going to be pretty damn good. One more Sean Spears announcement. Beyond Wrestling has signed him for June 5th. So, Sean is getting work, guys.
Good for him, man.
Speaking of getting work, Seth Rollins has decided to get some work in his hometown in Iowa. He's opened up a coffee shop in there. WWE, go to WWE's YouTube. Check out the story on WWE Now and to learn about why Seth decided to open up a coffee shop there in his hometown. I was going to talk about John Cena talking about the rise of Becky Lynch, but I just read it and I'm like, nah. As soon as I saw the words, "this parallels me," I'm like, no, pass. Some sad news to report. Dave Marquez from Championship Wrestling from Hollywood has reported that former NWA World Heavyweight Champion Harley Race has been diagnosed with cancer. I'm seeing various reports, so I've seen some that say it's terminal, some that say it's not, but still not good news for one of the greatest to ever lace up a pair of boots. So hopefully Harley can get through that, get through it well. Jim Cornette is backstage at Major League Wrestling in Chicago from March 2nd. He's going to officially debut as a member of their broadcast team for their Intimidation Game special that aired on BN Network this past weekend. So, interesting. Imagine Cornette and Tony Schiavone working together. That would be quite the duo, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
I think Schiavone's on a hiatus from now due to some other work obligations, but I think he's set to come back here pretty soon. If you watch SmackDown, this is no surprise to you anymore, but Mustafa Ali returned to action on Sunday, March 3rd at the live event in Minneapolis. Of course, he returned to help out Kevin Owens. Harley Race's World League Wrestling has announced that Tommaso Ciampa will not be appearing at their Night of Champions event on March the 9th, which is going to feature Ryback and Nick Aldis, but instead of Tommaso Ciampa, he's going to be replaced by Adam Cole. Baby. Well, if you're wondering if this is goodbye, it sounds like it is because Aleister Black and Ricochet said farewell to the NXT brand at an NXT live event in Royal Oaks, Michigan just the other night. So it appears they are going to be here for good. I'm guessing that means they're probably not going to be on the road to Takeover. They're going to probably just going to be. They might have some gold after Sunday too. You never know, huh?
That'd be interesting.
But they said their goodbyes, so I'm guessing maybe they could still be on Takeover, but I don't see it now. With them being on Raw and SmackDown so much, Maybe they're done. I don't know.
When they came out tonight, they still had NXT next to their name next to the caption on the entrance.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Probably until they lose in the Dusty Classic.
Gotcha.
I don't know the spoilers on all that, so don't take that as a spoiler because I did not check out the spoilers this time around. Maybe they wait until that and go from there. But Aleister Black took to Instagram, posted a pretty sweet post about his time with NXT and thanking all the fans there as well. Fighting for My Family in its second week, it took in about $4.6 million and brings the box office total to a total of $14.9 million, and came in 6th overall in its second weekend of release. I have still yet to see it yet, but I know Matt has. Have you seen it yet, Daryl?
Nah, not yet. I just got to find time to get to the movies and see it. I really want to see it though.
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't gone to a movie in forever, so it's like this might be a wait till it's rentable and get it type of deal because I just haven't been to a damn movie in forever. So, also, Impact had teased a champion's re-signing with the company, and that champion is a former champion's Moose. So, Mr. Impact is here to stay, is what they say. You know, I always thought Moose was like the next big up-and-coming thing. But
yeah, he should have been. I mean, well, didn't he have that domestic dispute that stopped him from going to WWE?
Was that it?
I think so.
Shit, I don't know. I know there was something, but I can't quite remember. Matt, do you remember? Oh. Don't know if we still have Matt on the line. We'll keep going. Yeah, I don't know. But there was something that I don't know if there was. I want to think the WWE didn't end up wanting to have him in the in there. I don't know.
I thought I heard at one point, like maybe 1 or 2 years ago, that he was WWE bound, but I think something happened, and I can't exactly remember what it was.
Yeah, I don't know what it was either, but I mean, obviously, if he was, if you figure if he was this blue chip superstar, you'd figure AEW would be calling him, but
right.
I don't know. But it seemed like his time in Ring of Honor, he seemed like he was the man,
Yeah, he was.
Of course, I don't watch Impact anymore, so I don't know.
Oh.
So next up here, I don't know. If Pursuit gets into more homes, but I thought we were laughing at Pop, right?
Yeah. I have none of those channels. I think I have Pop. I don't even know if I have Pursuit.
I have Pop. I
don't even
think I've even looked for Pursuit. I think I Googled it once and ended up, I think I found out that I don't have it. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I like calling it the Trivial Pursuit Network.
But what's up with them trying to get these channels where they're up and coming channels where it sounds like the channels need more content just to put on? Like, you actually think Impact is going to help your channel? No, it's not.
Well, like the tail end when Pop pushed it aside to like an hour later, they were like barely getting 100,000 people tuning in for that. I was like, well, okay. As I mentioned before, the big WrestleMania special, the 2-hour special Battle Riot, will be airing on beIN Sports, which is another one of those channels. Actually, I do get beIN Sports, so I'm kind of.
I don't even get that either. It's on Xfinity, but I gotta pay extra for it. I'm definitely not paying extra for it.
I think I pay extra because I get Red Zone, and so that means I get almost everything since I get Red Zone, and I don't ever knock it back down. So. Like,
Okay.
yeah, and I get NBA TV. I think I got to pay extra for that. It all.
Yeah, but I have all
together.
that too, but I don't get being sports.
Yeah. So I mean, I haven't watched Major League Wrestling in a while. It's just hard to get everything in when there's just so much to take in. So, but I mean, Major League Wrestling though it's a pretty cool. It's a pretty cool promotion. You know, if you ever get a chance to watch it, and I think they put their episodes out on YouTube. So, tell you what though, man, it was a blast from the past to hear Tony Schiavone call some play-by-play though.
Yeah, I haven't heard that guy since the Nitro days.
But if I read correctly or something, that I think he's something with work. He's gone on a hiatus for a few months. And Rich, I can't remember what his name was. He was I think he was the original NXT play-by-play guy. He went by some other name, but I can't think of what it was off the top of my head. So yes, for speaking of Battle Riot, the next first three guys have been announced, and typically Battle Riot it's a 40-man. It's a battle royal, but you can also eliminate people with pin submission. It's a little different than a Royal Rumble, so to speak.
That is different.
And one of the things that is unique about the Battle Riot is a lot of veterans come back, and a lot of you'll see a lot of familiar faces and some veterans that'll make a one-time appearance. It's pretty cool. And like they say, like MLW says here, there'll be surprises, there'll be legends, there'll be what the fuck entries. But three names have been announced for Battle Riot. Davey Boy Smith Jr., the reigning World Tag Team Champion. He is going to be in that. He's currently part of the Tag Team Champions with the Hart Foundation, Teddy Hart. Minoru Tanaka from Pro Wrestling Noah is going to enter into the event, as well as Pentagon Jr.
Sound like that's going to be a fun show.
WWE announced the latest entrant into the Hall of Fame class of 2019, and Tori Wilson. I'm like, well, you know, Daryl, you look back at everybody else in the Hall of Fame, and you think, well, I guess she does kind of fit, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
She doesn't have the wrestling portfolio. She has the everything else portfolio.
Keyword, everything else.
Well, I looked at her championships and accomplishments on Wikipedia, okay? Under WWE.com, there's, of course, Hall of Fame that just got announced. The only other thing was the Golden Thong Award. Was that an actual WWE award?
I would like to think so.
It says 2002 Golden Thong Award. And that was her only accomplishment in WWE. So if that tells you anything. And then her other accomplishment was from WrestleCrap, the Gooker Award, with her feud with Al Wilson and Dawn Marie, which that means it was not a good feud, winning the Gooker Award. So I don't know. You know, one hand you're like, some other people are deserving. The other hand you're like, well, Drew Carey's in the Hall of Fame, so.
Yeah. No words for that.
Some details for Fight for the Fallen. Of course, it's going to take place Saturday, July 13th in Jacksonville, Florida. Portion of the gate, as announced on a previous Being the Elite, portion of the gate will be donated to victims of last year's mass shooting at Jacksonville Landing during the Madden video game tournament, as well as other victims of gun violence. It's going to be taking place at Daly's Amphitheater, which is a 5,500-seat venue located on the grounds of TIAA Bank Field, the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And so that tickets and all that, of course, will be kind of announced here very soon. As we mentioned, Luke Perry had passed away yesterday. AEW had posted on Twitter, "We are saddened to learn that Luke Perry, the father of AEW's Jungle Boy, passed away at the age of 52. Our thoughts are with the Perry family." Next week, we look forward next Friday. So literally just a week away, a little over a week away, Ring of Honor's 17th anniversary. A couple of matches have been added to that card. This one should be a good one for the television title. Jeff Cobb and Shane Taylor. That will be a high-flying match, won't it?
Yeah. High flying OJB.
Yeah. Lots of tope con hilos. And also added to the card, the Kingdom, TK O'Ryan, William Morcelia, taking on Lifeblood's Mark Haskins and Tracy Williams. Lifeblood. Worst stable of the year.
Might as well bring back the right to censor.
Hey, that was a good stable. They pissed you off. They pissed you off on purpose, and it worked.
Lifeblood pisses me off on purpose.
That doesn't work, though.
True.
Yeah. During a post-fight press conference after UFC 235, Dana White was asked where things stand with the potential return of WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar. And Dana said, I think Brock and Cormier want that fight. I owe Cormier a lot. Cormier wants that fight. Cormier is going to get it. I have no clue when it might happen. I literally have not talked to Brock at all. He's doing his WWE thing. He's one of those guys. When he's ready, he'll call me. I don't chase anybody around, man. I make fights, and when people are ready to fight, they let me know. And when they're not, we don't talk. Simple as that, huh?
Damn. Straight to the point, huh?
You ain't fucking around. They're all teasing. Well, of course, we all know better, Daryl. We all know better. We all know that once in a lifetime doesn't mean shit in the WWE. Neither does last time ever.
Nope.
Sunday's not going to be the last time you're going to ever see the Shield again because they're advertised for a Des Moines house show on April 22nd when the Shield faces the same three guys, Corbin, Lashley, and McIntyre in a 6-man tag match.
Vince going to the well too many times.
One-time appearance. Well, it does sound like possibly Dean's pumping the brakes on jumping ship, though, huh?
I don't think he's leaving.
It does not sound like it now.
No, I don't think he's leaving with his wife there, and then Roman back, and the possibility of him, hanging out with his buddies. Yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere.
Like Matt said, they wouldn't publicly discuss this is our last shot to be together or something, And we said it when they announced, when we thought it was really weird that WWE would say something about Dean months ahead of time.
Yeah, that's the first time they've ever done that.
And still keep him on TV prominently. I mean, he was on every week. I mean, sure, he was jobbing to EC3 and jobbing to Elias, but I'm pretty much convinced my number one guy ain't leaving, so I don't have to choose another number one guy.
I know you're happy.
Well, I don't know who I don't know who I'd go to, man. Seriously, I don't know, man. I don't know who my new number one guy would be. That'd be a tough one.
But you got to find a backup just in case.
Yeah, I guess. 205 Live. They are on the road to WrestleMania with a 8-man cruiserweight tournament to determine who's going to face Buddy Murphy at WrestleMania. Tony Nese and Drew Gulak have already moved on, and as we are speaking right now, Oni Lorcan defeated Humberto Carrillo, and Akira Tozawa takes on Cedric Alexander, which is probably over by now. I don't know who won that one yet. I probably could tell right now off the Twitter here. I'm wondering now, I thought maybe Carrillo, because I just could not even figure out who the hell was. Cedric Alexander beat Tozawa, and they hugged at the end of the match.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, they give a brother's hug. Now that my pick is out, because I didn't know who else to pick, and Carrillo has been impressing me the most. I wonder if Tony Nese doesn't get the shot at WrestleMania to face his buddy.
I want Gulak.
I want Gulak too, but I'm wondering if it's friend versus friend. I wonder if and then they have to turn into enemies. I wonder if they go that route. You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing Oni Lorcan though take on Buddy Murphy. That'd be fun.
That'd be interesting. That'd be hard hitting.
I mean, Cedric's been in the picture so much. I don't see. God, I hope it's Oni and Drew Gulak next week in the finals. If that's the case, hell. I kind of wonder storyline wise, it makes sense for Tony Nese. Wrestling wise, it makes sense for Drew Gulak. So
right.
And personally, I'd love to see a Drew Gulak Oni Lorcan match in the finals of that tournament. So, shit, we're gonna get Oni Lorcan and Cedric Alexander too, man. So that ain't a bad thing at all. NXT from this week. Johnny Gargano kicked things off, talking about how he had one of the toughest matches of his career against Velveteen Dream the week before for the as he lost the North American Championship. He says he failed himself, he failed all of us, and the harsh reality is he doesn't have a championship, and realized the only reason he had success around here was, look at that, what timing, Daryl? Tommaso Ciampa comes out. Ciampa has a proposition for Johnny Wrestling and says, you decided to go at it alone last week and you lost. You need me. We need each other. How about you and I? Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Tommaso extends his hand. Johnny Gargano shakes his hand. I like that moment. We all know how it's going to probably end, but I like the moment. Pretty much. I like the moment for now. Kathy Kelly interviewed Ricochet as he talks about his time with Raw and SmackDown, and talks about how he wants to get back to the Undisputed Era, and how him and Alistair are gonna plan on doing that through the Dusty Classic. They come back from commercial. Johnny and Tommaso leaving Full Sail, and who's right outside that door but Candice LeRae? She ain't happy, is she, Daryl?
Not one bit.
This again, Johnny? This again? Johnny says, and she goes, I hope you know what you're doing. Well, I know what he's doing. It's going to lead to probably a championship match at TakeOver, right?
I'm here for it.
The newly formed ladies duo of Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne. What do you think of this one here? I know what Matt thinks,
but I'm still going to sit there and just let it marinate.
I like Vanessa Bourne. I know Matt's thoughts on Aaliyah. He hates her. I don't know. I don't hate Aaliyah, but I'm not impressed.
She still use some performance in her work.
Yeah. I think Matt hates Aaliyah because he thinks that she's the one that's keeping Mandy Leon out of NXT.
What?
Because they're both same descent and all that. I'm like, I don't know about that, but I don't know. They took out Tainara Kanchi and Xia Li. I like Xia Li. I think she could do some things.
Some bangs.
I like Kanchi. I like Kanchi too. She still needs a little work in the ring, but she has a good attitude that could be either a cocky heel. I'm not quite there on the babyface side of things yet. I think she could be a good heel. She could be a good babyface too, though. I like her. She's got some good swagger, I think, and got some cool moves. I mean, it helps when you have that martial arts background, as you can tell with a lot of the women in the WWE nowadays. It helps to have that martial arts background for a good base to build your wrestling portfolio. Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne defeated Kanchi and Lee. Velveteen Dream arrived at Full Sail, asked about the experience of winning the championship, and he says, well, why don't you ask the championship's experience with the Velveteen Dream? As only Velveteen could say, right?
Velveteen.
And Undisputed showed up to crash the party, and I guess Roddy's not going for that North American Championship. I guess Adam Cole thinks he's going for it now, huh?
Yeah, until they figure out what they're going to do with Ciampa and Gargano.
Mm-hmm. They had to separate Io Shirai and Bianca Belair. I think did William make that match for next week? I think he did. Well, no, I say next week.
I think so.
I say next week. That's tomorrow. I watch NXT on like Tuesdays now before SmackDown. Normally I'd watch it. Well, obviously watch it live when we used to record on Wednesdays, but sometimes on Wednesdays I do stuff now, and so I don't even think about it until Tuesday. So I'll watch NXT and be in the Elite when I get home from work, and then it's time for SmackDown. It's like kind of a perfect fit,
Facts.
Tell you what, man, Dijakovic and Lee, that was a hell of a match, wasn't it, man?
Those two guys can go.
They're familiar from Ring of Honor days, and
Yes.
you know what? I didn't hate that double count out because that means we get more from them, huh?
Yes. Do it again.
Oh, that was so good, man. And it's like, it's so weird, dude. It's like Dijakovic and Lee can do some just insane shit in the ring. They just can't figure out what to do with them yet outside the ring. You know?
Yeah.
It's like Dijakovic comes out, he gets a mild reception every time he comes out, but by the time he does shit in the ring, people are like, "Whoa," you know? And
Yeah, because he's an athletic big man. Very athletic.
he does so many cool things in that ring. And by the end of it, after the 10 count, the crowd was like, the NXT Universe was pissed, weren't they? They were like, "No, we want more," you know? So,
Yeah.
the final 4 teams for the Dusty Classic were announced on after that match: Mustache Mountain, Lorcan and Birch, Ricochet Black, and DIY. They announced the brackets. So let's. You want to do a little March Madness, Daryl?
Sure.
Wait, you saw the results, though, didn't you?
I can't picture it in my head right now, but I have seen the spoilers, so I don't know who beat who like in the first couple rounds, but I know who was in the finals though.
Ah. Okay, well, the first round matches are Mustache Mountain against the Street Profits, Lorcan and Birch against the Forgotten Sons, DIY against the Undisputed Era, Black and Ricochet against Eichner and Bartel. I figure Mustache Mountain's going to beat Street Profits. Lorcan and Birch will beat the Forgotten Sons. Maybe. Whoever wins that match is going to lose the next round anyways. I don't think it's going to matter. I think Undisputed Era beats DIY because that leads to the beginning of the end between Gargano and Ciampa, leading to their championship match at TakeOver. And obviously Black and Ricochet beat Bartel and Eichner, so... I don't have the bracket in front of me if this is in order or not, so I'll just go that far. Does that sound about right to you, since you know what's going on?
You made a mistake on maybe 1 or 2.
Okay. Hey, I don't mind making mistakes.
It's all good. That's how you learn from them.
Well, I don't like predicting everything, right?
Yeah.
They announced 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, which will be a week from tomorrow, or a week from today as you listen to the show, is when Io Shirai takes on Bianca Belair. Undefeated! No, you're not! Shayna Baszler, Mia Yim, that was a good main event too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I kind of want to... I said this to you guys as I was watching this before SmackDown. I go, I almost kind of want to see Mia take the title off of her than Io.
You know how I feel.
Oh yeah.
I'll take that anyway. I'll take that regardless.
Oh yeah. Monday Night Raw this week came from Philly, and I can't wait to ask Daryl a question about this one later on.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns kicks off the show. Hey, Philly cheered Roman Reigns. That's good. Until it almost teased like he wanted a title match. They're like, not that shit. Not that shit again. Hey, new shirt for Seth Rollins, Beast Slayer. I like it. I own the King Slayer shirt, so I might as well buy the Beast Slayer shirt, right?
Might as well.
You know, I should, while we're on air, I should open up my Ring of Honor mystery box.
Unboxing live on Lost in the Midcard.
They're not box, but I bought two mystery shirts. They were on sale for $5 each or something like that.
If you get a Matt Taven shirt, I'm gonna laugh.
Oh, dude. Okay. It's literally 10 feet away, so you're gonna hear a little bit of silence. I'm not gonna hear you. I'm gonna take off my headphones, so I'm not gonna hear you for like 15 seconds. So, time out.
The first unboxing on Lost in the Midcard, folks.
I was debating on opening this up on air until Daryl said if I get a Matt Taven shirt. Well, I made the joke to Matt. I was talking to Matt on Twitter. I was like, I bet it's gonna be all elite stuff.
Yeah, they gotta get rid of that shit.
I think the deal was it was $5 per shirt and $6 for shipping. So I was like, well, I'll make it worth my while. I'll buy 2 shirts.
You can't beat that.
And so here we go. Before we start Raw, oh look, a shirt I already have. I've bought literally 2 or 3 shirts from Ring of Honor all time. Literally 2 or 3. And I get one I already own.
Which one was it?
It's the Hardy's Enigma shirt with the maze. Really?
They gave you both the same shirts?
No, I own the shirt. Or I bought it from him like a while back. I already have this shirt. All right, second shirt. Ooh, it's a Will Ospreay shirt.
Oh, okay. You can't go wrong with that.
No, it says it's got the assassin and the logo. It says assassin. It's got the Ospreay logo, and below it in red letters says assassin and Will Ospreay. Hey, that makes up for getting the duplicate.
Right.
Really, Ring of Honor.
Really.
Well, I also wanted to take advantage of the Honor Club discount one more time.
Might as well.
So I think each shirt costs like $4.25 instead of $5. So, really, it's a cool shirt. It's a cool shirt, but really, it's like when I bought the mystery bag of 5 shirts from the WWE when they used to do that thing. At least there they sent me a duplicate Dean Ambrose shirt. I'm like, oh, I don't mind getting one of those.
That's your guy. So
it was the just the like the explicit lyrics kind of logo type of deal. I'm like, oh, I got 2 handy now. But really, you couldn't give me the King. Couldn't get me that card shirt. Hey, but again, so I paid $16 for a duplicate and a pretty sweet Will Ospreay shirt. So that ain't bad. And I bought the Jericho Judas shirt for $10.
Oh, nice.
$10. So it was on sale for $20, and then I think Hot Topic had another 50% off clearance. So yeah, it was a winning deal. So not too bad at all. And we finally got Matt. Well, almost got Matt back on. A little technical difficulty. Let me add him back in. Yeah, we are calling. As yeah, Daryl. I think in 200 episodes this is episode 203. I think that's the first time we've ever done like an unveiling of a package. That sounded bad, didn't it?
Yes, you unveiled a package you unveiled your package.
I still can't believe I got a duplicate though, man.
Well, that's the risk you take sometimes when you do those small boxes, because they're 9 times out of 10 they're trying to get rid of shirts that they're no longer selling.
Yeah, but I've literally bought like 3 shirts from them all time. Like, well, I bought a couple like when I was in Dallas for Super Card of Honor, and I bought a couple like online sales and such, but oh, you know what? I got that Hardy shirt. Remember when Honor Club gave that like extra 40% off or something for whatever fuck up they had at the start of Honor Club?
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's when I got that Hardy shirt, was then. All right. Do we have Matt back on the line?
What up?
What's up, dude? We were just I did
he did an unboxing.
I did an unboxing of my 2 mystery T-shirts because I wasn't gonna do it, and then Daryl's like, if you get a Matt Taven shirt, I'm gonna be mad. So I'm like, oh, I'm opening this thing up. I ended up getting a duplicate Matt Hardy shirt that I bought when remember when they gave us the fuck up code for when Honor Club screwed up in the beginning.
Yeah.
I bought that Hardy fucking Maze shirt, and oh well. So I got a duplicate Matt Hardy. I don't know if it's Matt Hardy or Jeff Hardy or both. I think it might have been both. Because didn't they come to Ring of Honor as a tag team?
I think the Maze was a Jeff shirt.
Oh, it was the Maze or Jeff shirt? Okay.
I think. I'm pretty sure it was.
But then I got the kicker was the other shirt was a Sweet Will Ospreay shirt, so it kind of made up for it. So I'm not too mad about it. Monday Night Raw from Philly, Roman Reigns kicked off things, talking about how it's time to take the yard back. He invited Seth Rollins to come out. He had something to say to him, and Seth immediately thought he's going to ask for a title shot because he knows how it feels to have to vacate a title, and the crowd started groaning, didn't they? The crowd kind of thought, oh, great, here we go again, right? But that was not the case. Roman wanted to wish him good luck and said he wants to reunite the Shield. Rollins was a little apprehensive at first, but he said he's in. But how about Dean? They bring out Dean Ambrose, but Ambrose kind of paces on the stage a little bit. Before he could say anything, Elias clocks him with the guitar. Fucking Elias.
Slap nut.
Yeah, where's Jeff Jarrett been at?
And Gorilla.
Yeah, that's true. McIntyre, Corbin, and Lashley come out or interviewed with Leo Rush by Charlie Caruso. They talk about how they already broke the Shield, and now they're going to break Strowman, Balor, and Angle and show where the true power lies. And that kicked off the six-man tag match, and where Corbin, McIntyre, and Lashley won after 15 minutes. I thought it was a pretty solid six-man tag, not bad at all. After the match, they ganged up on Balor to weaken him up ahead of Bobby Lashley's match for the IC belt with Finn Balor there. Actually, no, they don't. They aren't. Are they fighting? They're not fighting at Fastlane, are they?
I don't know. Are they?
I wonder if that's going to be a last-minute addition. I'm pulling up Wikipedia right now, and they're not on here. I wonder if that's a last-minute fill-in if they have time thing, because it's not on there right now. But they sure acted like it. You know how the champion gets beat the hell up on the go-home show, and then only to beat the guy that at the pay-per-view. It kind of felt like that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Are you guys liking Corbin, Lashley, McIntyre? You liking this any? You like
Fuck
it?
no.
Tired of it.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It just seems like they're just putting them together because they don't have shit else for them right now.
Should we call them Lifeblood?
It's good God Almighty.
I don't know. I think the people in Lifeblood might have a little bit more talent.
Ooh. Ooh.
Boom.
Ooh. Mic drop.
Dude, fuck Corbin, dude.
What, Matt? You don't like Baron Corbin? You don't like Burger King Corbin?
TGI Fridays Corbin.
It'd be funny if he was wearing a Burger King outfit, though.
He's dressed like a Burger King general manager. Like, really.
The dude needs to go back to the Lone Wolf. Seriously. Heavy Machinery saw a stupid video of people making fun of him, and this is like, Tucky.
Oh boy, here it comes.
My feelings are hurt, Tucky. Let's kill some people, Tucky. That was dumb, right? I mean, it was. I thought it was a good half hour, and then it kind of went downhill with that, and the entire Ruby Riot went like a minute. Lacey Evans, what the fuck are we doing with Lacey Evans again? And then the Saturday Night Live guys, that was fucking stupid, right?
Awful.
I just enjoyed the conga line because I saw Faye Jackson there.
Oh. I enjoyed the Triple H promo. I thought it was emotional, like pissed off, and on the other side of things, where Triple H talked about Rick being in a coma as being there for his son when he passed away and stuff. I liked the promo, but it didn't seem like you guys agreed. You guys didn't quite agree with this? Didn't like it?
I mean, it was okay for what it was. I mean, I don't know. To me, like, you you go from last week where Dave beats the crap out of Rick, and then to just Trips inviting them out. Like, it's no consistency at all for me. I mean, the promo was good for what it was, but I could have done without it.
Do you think it's too soon? Well, they claim they're going to do a face-to-face next week. They ain't good. There ain't going to be a face-to-face next week, right? There ain't going to be a face-to-face till the go-home show.
It's a possibility.
No, he's going to be there.
You think he's going to be there? Okay. I just feel like he's going to just be... I like the Instagram promo from Batista, though. I thought that was good.
I didn't see that one. I got to check that one out.
Yeah, they showed it. They showed it right. They showed it right.
They showed it on Raw.
Yeah. Oh, that's what that was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Charlie Caruso interviews Stephanie McMahon. Kind of weird how interview with Charlie Caruso shows that the drastic change to the women's picture. Becky's suspension is lifted all of a sudden, and she just has to sign a hold harmless agreement to get in a match at Fastlane with Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship. Huh? We're doing all this in a backstage interview, guys?
Yep.
Heavy Machinery showing off their skills as they take out the B Team, the Ascension, Ryder and Hawkins. It's okay. We went 3-0.
And there it is.
Captain Marvel. You guys excited for Captain Marvel? That was
you damn Skippy.
I'm watching it over Fastlane.
Oh, well, that's right. Is that the movie you're going to see? I remember seeing you saying you got tickets to a movie, didn't realize it was on Fastlane.
Yep.
Oopsie.
Oh well.
It's all good. And we don't do post shows anymore, so you know.
Watch it when you get home.
Yep. Plan.
More stupidity with the SNL guys. That dumb. They talked about Tori Wilson. We already talked about her. Rollins finds Ambrose sitting all by himself in a corner of the arena, trying to convince him for the Shield. Ambrose says he has his own fights to battle right now with Elias. No can do. And Elias is in the ring, ripping Philly. What'd you think of that? What'd you think of that song there, Daryl?
I will slap the shit out of Elias. I might get my ass whooped, but I'll get one good slap out of his ass for disrespect.
That was the funniest part of Raw.
That was fucking.
You guys can go to hell too.
Hey,
you do not have to talk about my Eagles or Bryce Harper. Damn it.
I'm a Flyer fan, and the best line was when he talked about everybody's mothers looking like everybody's women looking like Gritty.
Gritty would beat his ass.
That was one of his best songs because that was fucking hilarious. Sorry.
He always does that shit in Philly.
But that was fucking hilarious, man. What did you think about Bryce Harper saying he's going to bring a title to DC? Does that mean he's going to cost Philly with an error? And
he forgot where he was.
And that's going to propel DC into the World Series? Is that what he's doing sometime?
As much as this is my hometown, DC will not win another championship anytime soon.
Is Bryce Harper going to do a heel turn and boot one?
Stop.
What was that dude's name? Bill Buckner from the Red Sox?
God.
If Harper moves to first base, look out. Because he was talking about moving to first base. Look out. You got Race Hoskins there, though, right?
Yeah, but Hoskins is there.
Yeah, Hoskins is a pretty solid dude. I don't think
Trout.
And I see him trying to recruit Trout too. This sports break was brought to you by Fender Guitars, which Elias was playing to grill the Philadelphia fans with.
Asshole.
He took care of Dean within 8 minutes. The trio led by your manager at Burger King, Baron Corbin, came out to gang up on Reigns and Rollins, who unsuccessfully could recruit Ambrose to the Shield. But during the 2-on-3 beatdown, Ambrose said, fuck it, okay, I'm going to go help my brothers out. And the Shield is back together. We talked about this earlier, Matt, but we talked about how everybody thinks now that Dean's been convinced to re-sign. Do you feel like we might be getting ahead of ourselves with the Fastlane predictions, but do you feel like this is a turn at Fastlane? Dean turns on Roman, leading to a WrestleMania match?
That's what I called on Twitter Monday night.
You feel like it's gonna Ooh. I just saw the Golden State Boston score. Ooh. Sorry. Do you feel that a lot of convincing has been done over the past month?
I don't know.
Or do you think?
I'm at the point where I don't even care.
I brought this up earlier today. I thought Daryl and I talked about earlier how it just felt weird that WWE announced this so far ahead of time. But if you remember right, WWE announced this back when the rumors were that Roman was training to come back. So I'm wondering if WWE was putting smoke up our ass about Dean leaving, and now they're still putting smoke up our ass, kayfabe in this.
Well, I mean, they do it usually around WrestleMania time. This is
Blow smoke up our ass.
Pretty much.
Yeah. As we predicted, Tamina took on Shasta Banks, and as we joyously love, Tamina won, because we all know what's going to happen at Fastlane now, so that's how good. Revival took on Ricochet and Black for the titles, tag titles, but Gable and Rude interfered for the DQ. Did you guys like the interference and possible heel turning of Rude and Gable?
About time they turned Bobby Roode heel.
I think him and Gable. I always thought the heel turn would
Let's face it. The entire tag team was put together to turn Rude heel to begin with.
True.
And then for some dumbass reason, they just decided to keep them together.
Mm-hmm. I think they've worked well together as a tag team, though. So I don't mind them being heel. I don't mind Gable being heel with them. We all thought it was going to be Rude turning heel on Gable, but hey, I don't mind it being both of them. Then we got the end of Raw with the Hold Harmless agreement, the old signing. What did you guys think of the last segment to end the show with Ronda Rousey coming in through the parking lot, all pissed off,
throwing a fucking temper tantrum,
going to town on Becky?
Trash.
What did you guys think of the end of Raw?
Trash.
I wasn't like I kind of rolled my eyes at it.
Well, you said it best, Matt. You did all this work to get the heat on Charlotte so people could stop booing Ronda. What do you do anyways? You turn her fucking heel.
Dumbasses.
And somebody had to yell at Ronda to hold the title up at the end of the show.
Yeah, I caught that. I'm like,
that's because the damn segment ended 5 minutes before it was supposed to.
Well, no,
that whole segment was Stephanie. That whole segment with Stephanie backstage was ad-libbed. That wasn't supposed to be there.
Oh, okay.
That was them killing time, and that's why the question and answer didn't make a whole lot of sense between them, because that wasn't a planned segment to happen from the beginning.
They had to get to 10 o'clock. They had to get to the top of the hour.
They had to get to 11 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually
because
thought
last week they almost didn't make it. They almost didn't get the segment on the air. This week they ended it way too soon.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Good job.
Doing good stuff on the Raw brand.
Well, I thought Raw was okay this week. Okay compared to most of the average stuff, but it was a far cry from last week's great show. So.
No consistency, dude.
Nope. You never get two in a row.
No, you don't.
You never do. Video package, or not video package, but a graphic showing in memory of King Kong Bundy. We kick off SmackDown live from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, with your planet's champion, Daniel Bryan, and Rowan. And they talk about the replay of where Vince came out to screw Kofi Kingston. And Bryan said that while he remained silent, everybody gushed about Kofi Kingston. And now it's his turn to speak, and your turn to remain silent. Rowan tried to tell the fans to shut up. That didn't work. And the fans started chanting Kofi, so at least Vince did not kill the WWE Universe's will to chant Kofi on, because maybe they read the dirt sheets that said, hey, Kofi's going to WrestleMania instead. Bryan says Kofi's a supporting player. He's not a main eventer. That's why they're on a promotional tour of India right now and not on SmackDown Live. And Kingston could throw copious amounts of pancakes, and they just replaced him with a man that eats copious amounts of pancakes. Except Owens is in good shape right now, right, boys?
Pretty much, yeah.
And so he says that Owens is like the people, and he does not deserve a shot at the championship because Owens is a nobody. Owens said he came out and said after 5 months he went home and was a member of the WWE Universe. Watched every Raw and SmackDown live with his family and talked about how it was hard to see people doing what he loved to do. But when he saw Bryan doing what he was doing and being awful at it, it made him a maniac and made him get back as fast as he could. And watched how he threw the WWE title in trash, and it pissed him off. And he knew he had to come here and go after Bryan. And he thinks he speaks for the universe when he says that Bryan deserves to have his stupid mouth shut, and Owens will be the one to do it. Nice little pop for Owens there. And kind of funny, Bryan talks about how Owens doesn't have any friends anymore. I think maybe might be alluding to maybe Sami Zayn eventually coming back. I don't know. And Owens brought back the Yep movement. We all loved the Yep movement, didn't we?
I mean, the whole idea was for people to think Sami was coming back, because at the end of the night, that's what the crowd was chanting for.
They were. But Owens gets closer, and Rowan got in his face and goes, "You got a problem?" And Bryan goes, and Owens goes, "Yeah, I think I do." And so they exchange some punches, and Rowan goes out of the ring, and Owens tries to stun her, but they get separated there. Eventually going to lead to a match between Rowan and Kevin Owens later on in the match. Miz took on Jey Uso. This didn't last too long. Miz got the win, mainly because you know who's going to win the tag match here later on. At Fastlane, R-Truth comes out for the U.S. Open Challenge and says he wants to be like his childhood John Cena. And but he's tired. Man's tired. And Carmella says, well, Cena says never give up. And Truth says, yeah, he also says you can't see me. Then he talks about how he always sees Cena like all the time, like in the posters in his room and on his bed sheets, and even in the Bumblebee movie. Truth is so fucking funny. I love it. It's time for the U.S. Open Challenge, and Lacey Evans' music hits. All right, get down the ramp, come back up, so we can fucking get this over with. Thank you. I mean, at least she had a stare down with Natalya on Monday to maybe this leads to fucking something. Do you guys still? I've heard the rumors that that they thought about Lacey and Asuka at Mania, but is that still?
I really fucking hope not.
Not the way that they're booking this shit.
She only wrestled one goddamn match since she's been moved up. That
was the Royal Rumble, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's it. How do you put her in a title picture after the?
No. I say there's some kind of there's some kind of chicanery with the match of Fastlane, and you rematch Mandy and Asuka. That's
what I see on.
I think you can easily still build. I think you could easily build on that build to Mania with Mandy and Asuka still.
No shiny glove lady.
That was Sexy Glove.
Sexy Glove lady. Yeah.
Was it Miss Sexy Gloves or something like that?
Some shit.
Oh my God, Truth is so fucking funny. Come back, Miss Sexy Gloves. And he goes, "Damn you, John Cena." But then the mood changed because Samoa Joe answered the challenge. But wait, here comes Rey Mysterio. But wait, here comes Andrade. It's a fatal four-way. And it was a damn good fatal four-way, wasn't it, guys?
Yeah, that was a hell of a match.
And finally, Samoa Joe is holding WWE Gold. How glorious is it that Samoa Joe is now your United States champion?
I approve.
It's about damn time.
Is this thing going to get hot potatoed, though, with so many people interrupting and all that shit? Do you think this is getting hot potatoed to lead into one of those ladder matches or multi-man matches?
I fucking hope so.
But
I want to see him holding. I want to see him holding it for a while.
I want to see him hold it for a while, but I want to see him defend it in a ladder match.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how they're going to get a multi-man match out of this unless they hot potato the title.
Well, you got time. You got
Yeah.
what? Three weeks?
Tell you what. Give me one guy to put in against Joe at WrestleMania for the U.S. title.
Who's that?
Joe Nakamura.
That'd be nice, but their tag team with Rusev is cute. So
It doesn't look like it's going away anytime soon either.
right.
I don't know. I thought Truth was going to escape like he did last week. 'Cause we said it last week. We were like, there's absolutely no way Truth's getting out of this one with the title. So I figured, well, there's absolutely no way he's getting out, so that means he's going to.
Facts.
Hey, I'll tell you what, though, guys. I mean, Truth has not been booked to be a major player in quite a while. But I thought Truth did pretty well in this match, guys. I thought he did a solid job with Andrade, Ray, and Joe.
Yeah. He put on a pretty decent match.
Oh, I know where they're going at WrestleMania. I'm sorry, because I just saw what happened. I just realized what happened after this. You know what's happening at WrestleMania now, guys?
Cena Joe.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's going to be Cena Joe.
You know what I read somewhere is I don't know if I didn't know how to feel about it, but I was leaning more towards dumbass shit. So I read somewhere, and you guys can verify if it's true or not. But I read somewhere that it'll be Cena and Angle. Cena retires Angle at Mania.
I mean, I've not heard of that yet, but
I have not heard that anywhere.
I forgot where I saw it at, but it just boggled the mind. I mean, I know why they would do it because pretty much Cena and Angle seems like first big match. Yeah,
aggression. Yeah, but Matt, didn't they try to do Cena and Joe at WrestleMania at one year, and Joe got hurt or something?
I think it was either a plan for a WrestleMania or a pay-per-view prior to a WrestleMania.
Yeah,
that they had plans to do it, and an injury happened and stopped it. So, yeah, better late than never.
True.
They announced that a triple threat is going to happen at Fastlane. Black, Ricochet, Gable, Rude, and the Revival for the Raw Tag Team titles. And so a little tune-up for that match. The Black and Ricochet took on The Bar and got the win there after about 6 minutes. After the match, Rusev and Nakamura attacks Black and Ricochet from behind, and the Hardy Boys make the save afterwards. And hey, Matt wearing some classic gear there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he liked TLC 1 and 2.
Mandy Rose beat Naomi in like a minute. Huh? Guess we were in a hurry. I didn't
have a problem with it.
I think Graves gushed more than a minute, longer than the match lasted. Shut up, Saxton! Ah!
He's so goddamn annoying as soon as she comes out.
So damn annoying. Period.
I kind of like the slow build between AJ Styles and Randy Orton for Mania. Kayla Braxton interviewing AJ Styles, and AJ says that Kofi should have had that match, and Orton goes, "Now I see why it took you 15 years to get here." Oh, oh, that's gonna be a fun build, AJ Orton. I'm looking forward to that one.
Give me that no holds bar, and I'll be happy.
I'm looking forward to 5 weeks of that build leading up to Mania. Rowan and Owens did not last too long before it went to DQ. Eventually, I think Owens heard what Bryan was talking shit about him, and then he punched him, and then that just led to a DQ as they ganged up, and Mustafa Ali made the save. As I said, Mustafa had made his return to the ring this past Sunday. It wasn't Sami Zayn, as the crowd was cheering for, but then we end the night with Flair and Lynch, and basically Flair kind of suckering Lynch to come out and before attacking her, but Lynch kind of got the upper hand before things broke up. What did you guys think of the final segment of SmackDown Live?
I mean, it's a nice little setup for Sunday, so we'll see.
At least it made a lot more sense than Raw, right?
Facts.
I just think it was a segment that wasn't necessary. Honestly, I'm really tired of the quote unquote knee injury.
I
We all know
totally-
she's not really hurt. I'm so sick of it. And I think it's killed a lot of her esteem and momentum going into Mania, having to sell this bullshit too.
Yeah, I totally expected her to say, "Oh hey, Charlotte, my knee's fine." Crack her upside the head with the crutch. That's how I would have booked it, at least.
Well, I think it'll get pretty much. It'll be over and done with after Sunday.
Yeah, I just thought that's how it was going to go down tonight. I figured, oh hey, look, my knee's fine. I was kidding. Crack. But that would have been that would have gotten a nice pop too. But I'm not booking shit, so.
Word.
All right, gentlemen, Fastlane is approaching Sunday. WWE Network. 8 matches on the card. Could be 9 if they add Balor and Lashley. I think they're going to probably look at the clock and see what happens. So let's go to it. Pre-show, Rey Mysterio versus Andrade. That's going to be probably one of the best pre-show kickoff show matches in history. I figure Andrade goes over here. I don't know. What do you think, Daryl?
Same thing.
Matt?
It's a pre-show match. It really doesn't matter. I give the one to Ray.
Mm-hmm. Tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The Usos, Miz, and Shane McMahon. I think we're pretty much all in agreement that this leads to the breakup between Miz and Shane for a Mania match, right? Usos retain.
Yep.
Certainly what it looks like.
Are you now getting the feeling after what happened tonight on SmackDown that this might be a multi-man SmackDown match?
Which one?
I thought maybe it was going to be Hardys and Usos, but now I feel like Nakamura and Rusev might be involved. Barr might be involved at WrestleMania. I wonder if it's going to be a ladder match that the Hardys might come out winning at Mania for the SmackDown tag titles.
I highly doubt it.
I don't know. It just feels like all these teams are getting involved. I don't think it's going to be Hardys and Usos one-on-one anymore. Boston Hug against Nia Jax, Tamina G. Who's winning that one, right, guys?
Nobody.
Nobody wins.
Nobody wins when Tamina wrestles.
The concession stand wins, right? Do we book a non-finish on Asuka versus Mandy Rose? That's what I'm booking. Daryl?
Honestly, I'm booking Mandy to win the title after the way the segment ended tonight.
Really? Okay. Daryl?
Daryl is not here at the moment, so that's why I was trying to cover for him.
Oh, I didn't realize he was gone again. Wow. Well, because Asuka got later out tonight on SmackDown, and
it certainly didn't leave Mandy standing tall. And normally, the person not standing tall at the end of one of these segments like that going into a pay-per-view means title change.
Yeah.
And the fact we've only seen Asuka have one match on TV since the Royal Rumble and it was losing to Mandy would not surprise me to see them have her drop the title on Sunday.
Why are they not? What are they doing with her?
I don't know. It's the only thing to me SmackDown hasn't done right since they split off has been their handling of Asuka. I can't explain it.
Yeah, I see. I honestly see. I got Mandy winning that match.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It makes sense. I'm gonna still go no. I'm gonna still go with no. I'm gonna go with no contest, no decision, no change. I think the change. I don't know. It's weird. Like I said, the way they've been handling shit is weird. So it's just weird. Shield against Corbin, McIntyre, Lashley. I feel like the bad guys are going to win because Dean turns on Roman.
I'll agree with you on that one.
I'd rather Dean turn on him afterwards because I don't want to see Corbin win anything.
Which could happen. I mean, Dean turned on Seth after they won the fucking titles, so anything could happen there.
Anything.
Are we all in agreement that Becky Lynch is winning against Charlotte Flair?
Facts.
if they don't, and we have to freaking wait for this storyline to overdevelop even further than it already is, it's just going to be annoying. Just put her in the damn match and fucking build from here.
It's already overdeveloped as it is.
Oh, they're
beating a dead horse, man.
Are we?
They fucked up big time.
Are we getting New Day's announced they're going to be at Fastlane. Are they going to fuck up the Kevin Owens Daniel Bryan championship?
They're going to beat the shit out of all of them.
That's what I called for last week.
They're going to beat the dog shit out of Rowan, Daniel Bryan, and Kevin Owens.
I don't hate it because I don't mind having Kevin Owens in the title match at Mania either. I would love to see Kofi, Daniel Bryan 1-on-1, but at the same time, I don't hate a triple threat with those three. I'll take that all day long, man.
Yeah, I need a Kofi Mania shirt and I need a KO Mania 3 shirt.
Oh, I have all the KO Mania shirts, so yes, I definitely got to get the next one.
Is it KO Mania 3 or KO Mania 4?
4 now.
All right, 4. Yeah,
I think right.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
Dallas, Orlando, and New Orleans. Yeah,
I have the first 3. Yeah. I saved this one for last just because it's really the one that we've got to discuss the most. Triple threat for the Raw Tag Team Championship: the Revival, Black, Ricochet, and Gable and Rude. I'm going Black and Ricochet. They said their farewells on NXT. They've booked the Revival like shit ever since they've won the titles. I don't see Gable and Rude winning them back so quickly. They put the rocket up Ricochet and Black's ass. They have worked awesomely as a team, which I would never expect to put these two guys together as a team. I'm going to go Black and Ricochet, guys. Daryl?
I'm going to say the same, only because I'm just paying attention to how everybody's hating on them for getting, a lot of opportunities as far as titles are concerned.
They're getting a lot of wins, though, too.
Yeah, so, I see them, like you said, the Revival's been booked shitty, and by Gable and Bobby Roode, eventually probably going to end up turning heel. You got to have a heel tag team to, go up against Ricochet and Black. So I wouldn't be surprised if they win that.
Matt?
Revival wins.
Okay.
I don't really think there's much of a discussion here. I think they get a roll up on either Rude or Gable. They're just doing this. They put Rude and Gable in this match to protect Ricochet and Black.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
Revival retains. I really don't think there's a whole lot to think about here.
Do you put Black and Ricochet in the picture for Mania?
Depends on what happens with the Dusty Rhodes tournament.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true because the winner gets tag team title shot. So
pretty much.
Yeah. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of Lost the Midcard. Thank you to SpiderDuck.net for being our host, enabling us to be on iTunes and any of your favorite podcasting apps. All you got to do is search for Lost the Midcard. It's also on Spotify as well. We just got joined on that one not too long ago. That way, every time a new episode comes your way, every Wednesday, and as well, keep your eye out on any special editions that come your way throughout the year. You can also subscribe to us on the YouTube, and the links to all that are on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Lost to the Midcard. Go to the pinned post there, or go to our pinned tweet on the Twitter at LITMC Podcast, where we also share a lot of the great tweets from the wrestling world as well, so make sure to give us a follow there. Daryl is on the Twitter at NoOneLikeD. Matt is on the Twitter at RawFShowtime. I myself am on the Twitter at JB Huskers. Give us all a follow as well. And as we look forward to WWE Fastlane on this Sunday, Daryl, what are your final thoughts?
I hope it's a decent show going into Mania. Hopefully we get some entertainment out of it, unlike Raw. So we'll see.
Matt, what are your final thoughts?
Yeah, Raw was terrible. SmackDown was good. Hopefully, Fastlane will be watchable. I think WWE needs to seriously consider dropping down to one pay-per-view between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania going forward. I think 2 pay-per-views convolute shit too much. Creative gets too cute, and they've ruined good things they had building going into the show because they're being stupid.
Mm-hmm. Yep. For Daryl Bullock, for Matt Black, this is Jeremy Bennett. Thank you for tuning in to Lost the Midcard, and we'll be back at you next Wednesday with our Fastlane reaction.